Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Xenokilla, coming at you with my playthrough of Recettear, an Item Shop's Tale. I don't know too much about this game. I know it was released in 2010. It was originally released in Japan, but a company named Carpe Fulgur translated all of the text into English. I'm just going to turn that wonderfully, ridiculously loud music down. Apparently the company was in Ohio. Anyway, so yeah, it's called Recettear, an Item Shop's Tale. I heard about this game from the Extra Credits Games You Might Not Have Played 3. Saw it for $20 on Steam, figured it'd be good for a playthrough. I generally really like Extra Credits. I highly recommend you check them out. They have some really in-depth look at video gaming, not just as obviously a pastime, but also as an art form. Social commentary, things like that. So if you don't know about Extra Credits, please check them out. I also like to give them a shout out because in one of their previous installments of games you might not have played, they had on two of my own personal favorite games, World of Tanks and Kingdom of Loathing. Kingdom of Loathing, if you're not familiar, is a browser-based MMO, and, you know, graphics-wise, not exactly the highest fidelity, I would say, but in terms of depth of gameplay and just utter hilariousness, I mean, it's got a meat-based economy. You know, meat as an item. How much is this sword worth? Oh, 3,000 meat. Once you're dealing with a meat economy, you can sort of get an idea of just exactly how far down the rabbit hole goes. So anyway, this is part one of my playthrough. I had to turn the music down just a little bit. I hope it's not too bad with the voice. If not, let me know in the comments. I'll change it up for the next couple videos. But it's available on Steam for $20. There's a link in the description. And yeah, let's play this game, shall we? Ooh, loading. A spinning disc. Do 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 do. Oh, for the love of, she is still asleep. I don't know, I assume you can be able to read this one. I'm not gonna spend the next 3 weeks trying to read out everything. But I am playing this game with the Xbox 360 wireless pad because you can rebind the keys, which I like. Anyway. Does she really not understand how important today is? I guess I will be reading everything. Recette says, Merple can't eat another bite. But I can always find room for yummy candy. Merble warble. Wake up, please. Whoa, whoa, when's it? Ohio! Oh, Tear, good morning! You do not have time for good morning, Recite. Are you planning on spending the rest of your life dreaming of sweets? Today is the day we set for opening the store. Oh, we did? Oh yeah, we did. I should take a point to mention, I think this story is told from the perspective of an item shop in an RPG, which is what Extra Credits said, so I'm gonna go with that. Merde. Of all of the listen, go wash your face and make yourself presentable, and then join me downstairs in the storefront. Okay, I'll be right down. I guess I'm gonna try different voices for different characters. We're just gonna see who's permanent. Alright, so it looks like Recette and Tear are gonna be our permanent characters. So maybe, I don't know, I don't do women's voices very well. I'm too manly. Maybe we give Recette a little bit of a deep Italian voice. Hey, sorry I kept you waiting. Okay, Tear, let's open the shop right now. Capitalism, ho! I don't know. What should we do for Tear, an old Asian man? Patience, young Recette. It is a virtue you will need. Nah, that's terrible. Gotta find a better accent for her. We need to take care of a few matters before we open officially. Maybe. Great, now I forgot which voice I did for her. She was old Italian man. Huh? Like what? Well, I somehow doubt that a store without anything to sell is going to attract all that much business. We can make her Israeli. We don't have anything to sell? So, what do we do, eh? To start with, we need to establish a stock of items for the store. If we have nothing to sell, we cannot claim to be much of a shop. That's true. So where should we go to stock up? The best way, I think, would be to visit either the town market or the merchants guild. We need to give our regards to the head of the guild regardless, so that should probably be our first stop. Ah, this is getting confusing. Oh, that's the place run by that old guy, right? The guild operates as a wholesaler for local merchants, so if we stop by, we can purchase an initial stock. It would not hurt to grow or give our polite regards to the guild chief either, especially since that guild is the organization that allows us to operate here. There we go, I'm going Count Chocula on this one. In the first place. Okay, got it. Then let's go right now. I just came to the startling realization that Tyr has wings on. I mean, it's a Japanese game, so I don't really expect anything to pay any attention, but it's just kind of getting weird. When you want to leave the shop, head to the front door currently located in the upper right-hand corner of the store. Aww. But I wanted to leave through the window like an action hero. To an eternity and beyond! Recite! Recettear. Oh, okay. Alright, so... Button 4 is change camera. Okay, that seems to be the right shoulder button on my 360 pad. Okay, so Tyr appears to be floating behind me. Merchant level 1. I can raise my merchant level yet. She's definitely going to have to be Israeli in order to make this work. I have 1,000 picks, and it's day 1. This is going to be interesting. Alright, so I'm supposed to go to the market. Huh, Merchant Guild is flashing. This action will not take any time. Going to a dungeon will take 2 periods of time. Okay, so it looks like the day is divided up into sections, I assume, into adventure in certain areas. It takes a certain amount of time. Very similar to Kingdom of Loathing, by the way. Because I love that game. Alright, I gotta get my Israeli accent going on. Man, it's been such a long time since I've done a decent one. Hello? A girl in a ferry. You two are, yes. You're... I gotta figure out how to pronounce this chick's name. So, the game is called Recettear. So, should I call her Recite? Recette? Alright, we'll call her Recette. Yes, you're Recette, and that loan shark. Well, that is not, well, an incorrect assessment. Could I ask that you refrain from calling me a loan shark? That's right, mister. She and I are partners. Don't be mean. Yeah, I don't know if this accent thing is going to work out. It's just going to be me doing a different accent for each individual piece of dialogue, and it all being terrible. Ah, forgive me. Partners is fine. So, how's the preparations for running that shop coming along? Quite well, thank you. Alright, so we'll do a British accent for Tyr, because that seems to be alright. Quite well, thank you. In fact, we plan on opening today, so we stopped by in order to show you our gratitude for your help. Ah, very good. You two know what's what. If you have any problems, let me know. I'd be glad to help. Seems to have a Russian Count Chocula. Alright, British accent again. We appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Alright, recite. I don't know if the Israeli thing's going to work out. Maybe just read her in a normal voice. We appreciate your kindness. Thank you very much. Not a problem at all. So, you come straight here to pick up some merchandise, right? Well, up to the counter then. Let's get you two sorted. This is our first time stocking up. Our funds are limited, so do not go completely overboard. I recommend purchasing no more than 10 items. KO! Before you stock up, time to stock up a bit, eh? Step on up. If there's anything you don't know, just ask. Alright, so we can talk to this dude. What is the guild? What can I do here? Fusion. Oh, once a few merchant levels are under your belt, you'll be able to fuse items here at the guild hall. There's quite a few items you can only get by using fusion, so I'd get real familiar with that furnace if I were you. Remember, what you put in affects what you get out of fusion. If you put in some materials of, say, +2 quality, then you'll get out an item of similar quality as a result. Keep an eye on what you're fusing, too. You don't want to waste good materials on some mediocre thing you can just buy somewhere. Another thing to keep in mind, it can be real tempting to keep your best quality items to yourself for personal use, but your customers know quality goods when they see them, and you'll earn a lot of respect if you sell top-shelf merchandise. There's a couple of stages to what you can pull off with fusion as you pick up some merchant levels, so experiment and be sure to come back here often and see what you can make. Alright. Why don't we just go buy something, shall we? Let's see what we got here. Wooden sword, so we're supposed to buy 10 items. Wooden sword. A worn-out dented chip sword. Still better than going to the wild bare-handed. Though purchase price, 140 picks, I guess. Okay, so I bought that. And that seems to be the only thing to buy. Do I have anything to sell? My worn-out sword. Alright, so we got that underway. Right then, what, will that be all? Yes. Yep, this is perfect. We shall return when our stocks run low again. Ha ha ha, I'm looking forward to it. Dear, a little something extra as a startup gift. Yay, walnut bread. Thanks a bunch. Alright, little lady, give them your all. Capitalism, ho! Well, Adam Smith would be proud of us at any rate. Whoever Adam Smith is. Why don't we go to the market and see what we can get here. It will not let me go to the market, so I have to go back to Recettear. Okay, so we can see that in the top left-hand corner the time has moved. Very well, it is time to give you a crash course on the basics of running an item shop. Okay, what do I do first? First, we need to put some items on display. If we do not have our goods out for people to see, we can hardly expect customers to buy them after all. So I just need to get near the counters? Just so. Once you know where you wish to place something, choose what you wish to place in the spot by pressing the primary button. Primary button? You will understand when you try it, trust me. Now remember, what you place will affect how people perceive the store, so think carefully before you place an item. Right. Now then, to start off, why not line up what we purchased on one of the counters? Okay. Alright, so this looks like my display. Just basically walk in front of it, hit the A button or whatever you have. So, since our shop is empty, we should probably do like what they do in the regular supermarkets, which is put the important stuff all the way in the back, you know, like the milk. So you have to walk all the way to the back of the store to get the milk, and all the way to the other side of the store to hit the cash register, so you walk by tons of things. That's why I buy all my milk at a gas station, because I just cannot be... Anyway. Hooray! Worn sword. Ta-da! So I'm gonna have 3 worn swords? Is that the idea? No. So that goes there, and then we'll have the food in the middle. Ta-da! Merchant level 1. Oh, then I have to put the sword out again? Seems kind of silly. Tia, alright, that should do for displaying our wares. Are you sure it doesn't look dumb? Don't worry, everything looked good enough for a first attempt. Now I need to teach you something to actually sell things. Please go sit at the counter. Yay, it's like working retail again. Inside of a video game. Whatever. Well then, the items you replaced, now you need to learn how to actually sell things to people without embarrassing yourself. Just like retail. So, to start with, I will lecture on the actual processes of selling an item we have displayed. Yes, Professor. If the students do not listen, they do not get any credit. Right. Now then, when a customer enters, be sure to greet them with a nice big welcome. Welcome. Greeting the customer helps them feel comfortable and relaxed while in the store. Their comfort is fundamental to our business. Remember that as we continue. Now, a typical customer will find an item they want on our displays and they will come over to the counter to pay for it. Let me demonstrate. A longsword, please. What they want will now be in the target window. You will also be able to see the name and base price. Pay close attention to that base price. Also, if you press button 3, you can view expanded information on the item in question. Consult the custom.exe program included with Recettear. The custom.exe program allows you to set your basic video settings and also your inputs. So I forget what I said is button 3, probably B or Y. Wish to check and alter your button configuration. Button 3, custom.exe, focus, recite, your life is hard enough to control as it is. Okay. Now then, you must decide what price you wish to offer. In general, you want to try and name a price higher than the base. Try naming a price, if you will. Let's see. Base price is default, raise price, press up. Up, okay. 2,500? Maybe 1,750. Okay! Yes, very good. Now that is how you adjust your offer. As might be obvious, if a customer is satisfied with your offer, it is a sale and you get a little bit of experience along with the money. If your price is too high, however, a customer can simply walk out. Learning to determine the proper price, there lies the challenge. Now, if a customer disagrees with the price, but not so much they will want to storm out, then you can negotiate. Remember what I said about comfort earlier? That is the key here. Offer a price, but do not make it so outrageous that the customer feels you are not acting in good faith. So, if they disagree but stay, offer a new price. Ideally, you will lower your offer a little bit and they will take it and give you a sale. Some customers may just opt to try to sniff out a better price when they are really willing to pay your initial price. However, whether or not you risk testing that possibility is up to you. How long can you keep haggling? Well, that depends on how regular a customer the person in question is. As well, we are starting out, you will not be able to haggle for very long, but after customers begin to trust us a little, you can haggle for a little bit longer period of time. Well, time to put that theory into practice. Okay. It's a lot of reading. Can I get this, please? Longsword. Okay, I pick a price, right? Needs to be higher than base price, up button, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so would we say 1750? Come on. At this level, you'll likely end up haggling a little. Alright then, now for the fine art of haggling. Theoretically, what you wish to do is lower than your price slowly, but as I mentioned, there is a limit to how long you can haggle. The idea is to reduce a customer's desired price and go from there. You say deduce, but the desired price, but how do I? A large number of stores sell at about 30% over base price. It is not a hard and fast rule, but people will usually accept that price level. Usually. If you can manage to go over that, you will make a lot of money, but you do not want to risk driving away a customer. Right then, so as a customer, I am haggling. I'm gonna make it a little cheaper. Okay, gotta make it cheaper, but not too cheap. So that's 145%. 133%? Okay, this is technically cheaper, but still too high. Be up to the temperament of customer. Make a sale, well that just covers just about everything. Let's put the entire lecture into practice all at once. If you can sell me an item, you will be ready for what lies ahead. Let us begin. Welcome to Recettear. I'd like to buy this, please. Dang, that's expensive for a sword. Alright, so she said 130%. Okay. Could you perhaps go a little lower? I think we can do that. Not $200 off. Yes, an excellent price. Thank you. Sweet. I got a sword. Excellent. Let's do that one more time just to be sure. I think we got this. Come on. Welcome to Recettear. Blah, blah, blah. Go a little lower, perhaps. Not 200 off. Expertly done. If you ever wish to practice again, simply ask me anytime we are in the shop. And that is essentially how it goes. You are quite good for someone who has never done this before. Hehe, really? We still have a little bit of time left today, so let us go ahead and open the store proper. If anyone comes in, simply handle them in the same way we just practiced. Whoa, are you sure it'll be okay? Oh, don't you worry. As the saying goes, salesmanship is more of an art than it is a science. You learn as you go. Now then, I will open us up. Go and sit at the counter. Sure, fairy lady. Oh, welcome. She wants some... Really? We can haggle over a piece of walnut bread? Come on. Alright, let's do this. Can't do women's voices. Come on. Capitalism, ho. Well, this should be pretty easy. I passed 3rd grade math. Hooray! Rocket surgery. How much did I pay for that bread anyway? Congratulations, you did well. I sold stuff. I mean, Recite, sold stuff like to people. Man, this lady's bar for success is pretty low. Hey, Tier, I'm so happy. I did it. Tier, Papa, I did it. Seriously, you sold a loaf of walnut bread? Now this game gets a little bit more interesting, because I'm going to go nuts just selling walnut bread to housewives. Oh great, and now backstory. It's like Fight Club, it starts at the end and goes back to the middle. Not all that glitters is golden. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I'm debating whether or not I should skip the cutscenes, but I think it'll give a little bit more depth to it. I guess. I hope. I don't know. I'm still pretty stoked after winning that, winning that fight over $10 on a loaf of walnut bread. I know you can make bread out of walnuts. I know you can make, like, potato bread or rice bread. Rice bread is terrible. It's mostly gluten-free. Recite. Let's see. Yep, the calendar says it's been 3 months since Papa left. I don't get why he suddenly said, I'm gonna be a hero, and then took off without saying when he'd be back. I really hope he's okay. I'm getting lonely. Well, I shouldn't worry too much about him. The best thing about him is how tough he is. He'll be okay. Knock knock. What? Papa wouldn't knock. Who's that? Yes, who is it? Huh? There's nobody here. Wait, what? At my feet? Good evening. You are Mademoiselle Recette Lemongrass. Yes, Miss Fairy. Pardon me, but I am the one asking the questions here. May I be in charge for a second? Sir, yes, sir. Come on, Full Metal Jacket. Anyway. Again, you are Recite Lemongrass? Yes, I'm Recite. My name is Tia, and I am an agent of the Terme Finance Company. Finance Company? Yes, I'm here to collect a payment on a loan paid out to your father. Here is the contract and my identification. Loan? Repayment? In the plainer terms, I'm here to get our money back. If you aren't capable of facilitating repayment, this house will be seized as collateral in order to repay the loan. Facilitating? Collateral? Seize what? But Papa isn't... He is not here. Yes, I see that now. Monsieur Lemongrass disappeared following a fracas atop the local volcano, so we assumed he might have returned here. File photo. Looks like Papa was playing some Skyrim. Even if he is not, however, the contract covers this eventuality. Covers this? What? As the sole remaining member of this household, we shall require that you pay his debts in his stead. But how am I supposed to? I barely have enough money to live by myself. Naturally, we are not demanding it all be repaid at once. There is still a small amount of time before any payment is due. Therefore, Am I gonna get sold off in parts to distant foreign lands to repay Papa's debt? I wonder if I can survive with only 2 internal organs. Maybe if I eat a lot of spinach, that can replace my blood, and... Oh, I don't want to be a sailor. What am I gonna do? Sigh. Ahem, please listen to me for a moment. I have no clue what you are getting these ludicrous ideas from, but I would never do such a thing. Quite the opposite, in fact. I was sent here to ensure that you wouldn't have to resort to such... well, absurd methods to pay us back. But what? I have been sent to support the fullest of my ability so that you may repay the debt via labor. What? But I've never worked a single day in my life. Experience has no bearing in this case. All that matters is whether or not you are willing to work. Aww. Work is overrated. If you do not wish to work, then that is it. The house is Termes, and I will have to ask you to leave the premises. As the saying goes, those who do not work do not eat. So, Miss Lemongrass, which will it be? Work of the house? I'll work then. Splendid. But I don't even know what I could do. Actually, I already have an idea on that front. You are aware, of course, that this is a city and is an adventuring hub. In addition, this house faces out onto one of the main city lanes. Therefore, I propose converting the house into an item store. Item store? That's quite the long, convoluted backstory to basically show us why we're now an item store. Recite. Mademoiselle Lemongrass? Was only gone for a little while to do market research. Where could she have gone? Ha, I'm building silly, of course. She fled. Why would she not? All I did was threaten to take everything away she ever knew and loved. Asking her to turn the house into an item shop was foolish. Even if it was to repay the debt, the poor girl must be terribly confused, and on top of that, her father is probably toast. Wait, outside. Yanus, it is done! Hey dear, look, it's done! What is that? It's our shop sign, of course. Doesn't it look cool? You can't be an item shop without one of these, you know. Yes, well, it is quite made, however. Hehe, I've always been good at making stuff. Be that as it may, while the sign is nice, Huh? Is there a problem? Well, the name. You are quite sure that you have thought that through. Recettear. Well, we're partners, right? You said so. So put recite and tear together and Recettear. Isn't that neat? Quite. Well, it is something to say the sentiment is commendable, but... It's the two of us opening the store, so that name should reflect that, right? Don't you like it? Really, it is not that, but well, then it's decided. Recettear ho! Recettear. Mispronounced it even slightly, and... Recettear, This job is going to be even more absurdly difficult than I originally suspected, I fear. So, a fairy suddenly entered my life. One thing was for sure, this wasn't going to be done. Merde. How is it possible to sleep this much each day? How? I like how there's nobody in the bed. Zzz. Let's do the very best we can. Who's on first? Ah, Abbott and Costello reference. Oh dear. Right, good morning. The clock does not have a good morning, Anne. Recite. You are the proprietor of an item shop now. You must learn to be responsible enough to sleep the day away. Hehehe, right. Why in the name of heaven are you smiling so much? That smile you had while sleeping is just getting bigger. Oh, no reason. I just think I saw something nice in my dreams. Tia, let's give it our all. Well, if you really are dedicated to making this work, wash yourself and meet me downstairs. This is like an RPG without the G. Alright, day 2. Merchant level green. So, I have an item shop and stuff, that's all cool and awesome, so what do I do now? That's up to your judgment. If you sit at the counter, we can open immediately, or we can reorganize the shop, or we can even go in search of new stock around town or elsewhere. Yikes, that's a ton of options. How do I choose? This is, as I said earlier, running a place like this is more of an art than it is something you can simply follow a map through. Simply pick something, and we will deal with what comes. Well, okay. Alright, we need more stock, so we're gonna get out of town. Go to this guy. Don't have enough money. Seriously? Get some more... Oh, wait. Derp. Charms. Souvenir charms. Standard charms. Helms. Hats. Seriously, dude. Shields. So a lot of this stuff is outside of our price range. We can get one of those. Get one of those. Get one of those. And that's about it. So we got that. And why don't we go take a look and see what's at the Adventurers Guild. Say, what is this place? This is the Adventurers Guild. The guild manages expeditions to the various untamed wilderness areas or abandoned ruins near the cities. They are commonly referred to as dungeons. Without approval, adventurers cannot visit the dungeons. Whoa, shucks, so we can't just go into a dungeon and pick up everything we say. If we could do that, we could sell everything we get at 100% profit. It is still a very good idea. A great many people have made fortunes that way. If you wish to do so, however, you must first hire an adventurer. Hire? Can't I just pick anybody? It is the truth of the matter is a bit more complicated. Even if you pay them, few adventurers are willing to risk their lives, simply for the benefit of a complete stranger. Whoa, so they turn away people they don't know very well. Indeed, you should first get to know a few adventurers and build up a certain level of trust with them. If all goes well, they will give you a symbol of the guild membership. This usually takes the form of a card. That in hand, we can bring an adventurer with us. So it's like they're inviting us to a dinner party. Well, dinner parties do not include blood-mad beasts attempting to rip your limb from limb, but the analogy works somewhat. Right, so the first I need to meet an adventurer. Which for us is not that difficult, yes? After all, we run an item shop, so we should get a few coming as clients on a fairly regular basis. Oh yeah! Well then, I'll do my best to get a dinner invitation. Indeed, just be careful that recite is not on the menu. And creepy. Is something wrong? Well, that guy over there. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not sure if I should do a stupid accent for this guy too. So right now I've got a British fairy and an Australian item shop maven who both sound like really creepy dudes. So Mr. Adventurer... I don't know. Let's read him regular. If I can't work, I can't get the money. If I can't get the money, I can't get the items. If I can't get the items, apparently I can't work. Heaven, if I had a few things, I could at least visit the Hall of Trials. Well, I wonder what's going on. He seems to be a rookie adventurer complaining about his inability to complete the required guild tests. Tests? Well, the guild hardly allows anyone in off the street. You can only work officially for the guild after passing a test. An item shop owner is hardly the only job with challenges. I have an idea. What? Don't know how to read that with an Australian accent. I do believe we have found our first adventurer. Wait, what do you mean by, Tia? Wait. Son of a... I burned what... I burned what cash I had just getting to the city. I can't get into the guild. I don't know what I'll even do for dinner money. Now I'm hungry. Great. Good job, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pardon me a moment, you the adventurer with the seedy look. Who you calling seedy? Question mark, question mark. Well, you two would be We are a pair of merchants who happen to be passing. Merchants, eh? You heard me talking. Sorry, but I'm way too broke and seedy to buy anything. Believe me, I could tell by your seedy nature that your attempting to sell you anything would be a colossal waste of time. Oh, come on, Tia, stop with the seedy already. He isn't a plant. So are you two going to prune me or what? Well, would you like if we came to you to the Hall of Trials? If you require equipment or items, we can provide them. I'd call you a pair of angels then, but why? Business, naturally. We help you pass the trials and you provide us with your card. Oh, I get it. We help Mr. Swordsman clear the dungeon and then he gives us a card, a sign of eternal friendship. Eternal friendship is rather irrelevant in this case. But it does work out neatly for all of us. What do you say? I see. You guys are pretty new at all of this too, huh? Our offer, Mr. Swordsman, yes and no.
Yes.
Alright then, heck, I got nothing to lose. Well, aside from my precious life anyway. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say yayifications in an Australian accent. Shrimp on the bobby. Glad to meet you two. I'm Recettear. Nice to meet you. I am Tia.
Oh, yoroshiku na.
Call me Louis. Louis the Swordsman. Good to meet ya. Yes, yes. Now then, we'll begin all of the preparations for dungeon visits, including a visit to the central market to pick up food and other restorative items. We will then return here for you when we are ready. Alright, I'll be waiting. Hope that isn't expensive. I only got 35 picks on me. We came to the market. What do we do now? Let's pick up some things here. Charm made of dried seed from a distant land. These seeds rattle slightly when shaken. 700. Nope. 1400 for a cape. Nope. Old muffler. Nope. Summer sandals. Nah. They're out of stock on willpower rings. Dear God. Books. Well, people agree that this book is a masterwork. The huge character list is hard to keep track of. Food. Walnut bread. Actually, I made 50 picks profit on the walnut bread. Alright, so we don't have anything. So why don't we go sell some items? Alright, I know I bought some stuff. I don't even remember. But we'll stock the shelves and see what we can do about this. Your side, may I speak with you a moment? Sure, what is it? Those counters by the window, items you place there are visible to anyone passing by on the street. As such, putting eye-catching items, the sort of thing that makes you think I want to buy this more than anything on those counters, is a core principle of running a shop like this. In a very real way, those counters are the face of the shop, and what is placed there greatly affects interest in our business, so choose what to place there very carefully. Wow, I never thought about it like that. Walk here, I'll be careful. In other words, I'm just going to sort of dump whatever. Alright, so we got that. We got a sword. Got a shield. Got a crappy hat. Alright, so now we have nothing left. Let's go try to sell something. As I say in Mallrats, I like the smell of commerce in the morning. I like his bolo tie. My daughter-in-law! I wish I could do a southern gentleman accent, because that's sort of what I'm getting the feel from this guy because of his pimped out bolo tie. Well, my daughter-in-law asked me to pick... I'm not feeling it. Alright, douchebag. Let's haggle. Start you off at... I can't buy it at that price, you know? Yeah. 130 free. Oh, come on. Don't be a hater. You again? The wool hat. Alright, let's try that. Too expensive, make it cheaper. Alright, 120%. Woohoo! Cash rules everything around me, crew can get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. What? Seriously, day 2, I got nothing. Alright.
店開けますよ。
いらっしゃいませ。
Let's do it again.
いくらにしようかな。
It's kind of annoying. I can't just price at 350 and call it a day. Can't buy that, that price. 125%.
ありがとうございました。
Awesome sauce.
売れたよ。
Let's see what else we got going on.
ね、
Alright, little
い
girl.
くらにしようかな。
Let's boogie. Item simulator.
いくらにしようかな。
Aw, too rich for your blood? Alright, let's try... Well... Let's try... $1.80. Or $1.90. Aww. Come on, 126%? Really?
どうしようかな。
お店開けますね。
Alright, somebody buy something.
お疲れです。
Thank you for all your help today, dear.
いまいちですね。
Wow. I lost $225 today. That's because I bought like a billion wooden freaking shields. Well, actually, I bought 3 swords for some odd reason.
おはよ
おはようございます。ちょっといいですか？
Recite, may I have a moment, please? Sure, what's up? Concerning the debt, I have a suggestion concerning its repayment. You do? Paying it back all at once is wholly beyond your means, so I recommend smaller weekly payments to slowly chip away at it. Wholly beyond? Did you make an accent? No. No. Never told me about how big a pop of debt exactly. That is because you would faint if you found out. For now, it's a secret. Oh, I'd faint? As the stores begins to build up steam, it will increase the payment size. The repayment date nearest to the current date, along with the amount due, will be displayed on the calendar in the main menu. Please be sure to check it regularly.
わかった。
Yayo, I'll keep an eye on it. Alright. I owe 10,000 in a week? Yeah, that's gonna happen.
セーブします。
Alright, so that's gonna be episode 1. Stay tuned for episode 2, hopefully with more crappy accents. My name is Xenokilla, I appreciate you tuning in today, and feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one!